before we just waltz in here, I can cast some sound illusions in the fog to see if I could draw some of them out. I don't know if that would be helpful for anybody, but I could.
Gomi just growls. Take from that what you will. Oh, I guess a bear can nod, so I just nod.
Okay. Then, Ella will go and cast, the prestidignation and make, like, rustling sounds, like the sounds of something walking around in this area.
If you get on top of Gomi, you need to make, like, a badass flip to get on top of Gomi.
Oh, or do you want me to get on you, Gomi?
No, I mean, if and when you do, I'll just let, not to force it.
As much as a bear can, Gomi just shrugs.
As you move forward, and as sort of the fog moves throughout the village, it's a mist, not a fog, I keep on doing that. Two of the spirits, the ones in front of you on the path, they react to your presence. They turn to face you, and both of them react with shock and horror and turn to flee. As they run, one spins as if struck by an invisible bolt, and the other turns to help them, before likewise being struck and flying to the ground several feet away. They then flicker and fade, disappearing into the mist, only to reform where they first appeared, talking to each other. And the whole sequence plays out again.
That's
turning,
peculiar.
fleeing, dying. They seem stuck, acting out the last moments of their life. And now, as you enter the confines of the village, you can hear the faintest of cries and screams, multiple, echoing around the village. No location, but there.
Sylph tries to look away, but can't.
As you do, you look through the wall and see through this half-collapsed wall this person here. You see a spirit backing away from the door, a knife clutched in its grip. It backs into the corner, terrified of something, and eventually it turns its knife on itself and jabs it into its chest, sinking down below the part of the wall still remaining out of view, but then again reforming, facing the door, knife clutched in her hand.
I don't like this place.
Gomi would love to say something right now, but she's a bear, so can't actually speak.
Sylph, just to himself, again and again, over and over.
You alright, Sylph?
Just give me a second.
I think we should just go. I think we should...
Silence walks over there and checks around the corner.
Yep. As you sort of stick your head around the corner, you can see in, sort of through this open door, and you, again, another spirit. This one kicking and fighting and struggling as if locked in combat with something, only for her head to jerk unnaturally, almost backwards, as if something incredibly strong is breaking her neck.
Can we just get through this place as quickly as possible? Let's just go.
There might be traps.
Sylph cries out. No. I can't. And Sylph backs away a step.
It is, at this moment, emerging from the trees, and invisible beforehand, so well were they merged, that you see creatures like the ones you fought in the chapel emerging from the wood.
Ah, shit.
And the little red dots are there simply so I can find them in this goddamn map. They blend in really well.
It kind of works for the way we didn't see them beforehand.
Yeah.
Are we rolling initiative, or are they just jumping us?
If you could roll initiative.
Initiative with animals. Bugger, I should have looked that up. Do I take the animal forms initiative, or do I take my own?
You take the animal forms initiative unless it says otherwise.
Hold on, actually, let me just double check, because it did say something specific about certain skill checks with animals. Against statistics. You also retain all of your skill and saving throw proficiencies in addition to gaining those of the creature. If you have the same proficiency as your bonus in the stat block is higher than yours, then the creature's bonus instead of yours. If the creature has any lower, or any legendary, then you can't use them.
Yeah.
So I think
unless you have any bonuses to your initiative, I think it would just be a straight dex roll.
Yeah, because I've got a proficiency in initiative.
You do actually have proficiency in initiative?
Oh, not initiative, sorry. I'm thinking of fucking perception there. So yeah, I've used the bear's initiative, which would...
So it is just the bear's initiative.
Yep, which... dex. That's just straight D20. $11.
And Sylph isn't on the list either.
Sylph is for me. Can you guys not see that?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Okay. Deleting that. Adding a new one.
Probably because you rolled a bloody crit on initiative. You broke it.
There we go. I see myself.
0.
Cool.
Oh.
And... just rolling D20. That is not good for them. Sylph, it is your turn.
Sylph, before he does anything else, looks at his companions and says, "Don't hurt the spirits. Most of us never hurt anyone." And takes a shot at this guy right north of Ella.
Yep. The 26 definitely hits.
Wow, Sylphie's pissed.
Okay, the arrow thuds into it. It is still up, but it does not look as if it could take another one of those. Gomi.
Gomi lets out a bear roar and just runs over and attacks. And it has multi-attack, so I can attack twice with each attack.
Yep. Just going to point this out, do you want to attack that one or the one to the south?
I'll attack this one I'm next to. I can only attack melee range.
No, I mean, like, you moved up to attack it, so did you want to do that one or the other one, was sort of what I was asking.
What do you mean?
Basically, blunt, these guys don't look very strong, and the one that just took the attack...
I see your point.
...is already sort of fairly damaged.
Because I'd fuck him up, you mean?
It would be a waste of a multi-attack, yeah. I'm being kind.
Okay. My original thought was silence could take him, but I guess that works.
Silence does have a good track record against these guys.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for
D20 plus 3. 14.
14 hits.
It's plus 2. 4 damage.
It takes a hit, but stays standing.
And then 9, which will miss.
Yeah, 9 misses.
Should have led with that one. It's got high damage potential.
Okay. Silence, it's your turn.
Right, enough with the bears. I'm going.
Still getting used to the whole, oh wait, Gomi is a bear thing, but yeah, you move up.
Yeah. Smashing it with the bow staff.
Yep. 7 doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit, but this one does.
That certainly does.
That's a crit.
You've been doing alright with crits tonight.
Yeah.
7 points of damage is enough to take it down. There's something about these creatures. You really just like the way their branches snap. It's so much more satisfying than a spine or a bone.
Dry.
It is. It is.
Dry firewood.
Yeah. Ella, it is your turn.
I'm gonna poison spray the one directly north of me.
Yep. Let us double check something. I don't think these guys have poison resistance.
Out comes the weed whacker.
I'm like a can of Raid.
No, they do not. So, needs to make a Constitution save. Which it fails, and that is enough to take it down. With the arrow and the poison sort of hitting it, it essentially slumps into a pile of branches, twigs, and sort of just debris at the foot of the tree.
Just take your time. Let's not rush this, guys.
Basically, the way I'm gonna do this is, if you guys want to say any length of movement, so say Ella wants to say, okay, I move up to there. As soon as she sort of triggers something important, I'll say stop. When you're back here, you see it XXX.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, I'll let you know if there's anything.
I'm going to be rather cheeky here, and I'm going to sniff the air before anybody moves to see if I can smell anything, because I get advantage on smell as a bear, but then I also have proficiency in it as a Gomi, so...
Okay, so sniff the air.
19.
You get the smell of mold and death.
Just as I thought.
There's nothing good in this place. The mist carries this nasty bitter taste to it that just gets in your nostrils and your mouth and fills you with a bad sort of residue and sort of... Yeah, this is not a nice place to be.
Right then, I think Gomi would trudge off taking lead and move up to about there, see what happens.
Okay.
Right now you can move as far as you want to.
Yeah, so...
I'm gonna stick with you.
So, as you guys move up to the side in the... You see two more spirits trying to keep closed a door, which is long since rotted away, so they are just putting their shoulders and backs against nothing right now to you. They seem to be fighting something. They jerk and shudder until finally the door must have flown open because one falls to the ground only to sort of convulse and shiver as if being stomped on. The other whirls back, trying to protect, as you can now see a scared-looking girl behind him. He gets smashed to the floor, and she screams before you don't know what, because again they flicker, and suddenly they're back, bracing this non-existent door, which gets knocked open. They go flying. She screams. And I will point out she's not causing a sound. You can just see her mouth open in something which could be nothing but a scream.
I'm going to say Gomi just looks over at Sylph and growls. That's about it. Since I know something's up with him, but I can't actually speak, so...
Sylph just looks back to everyone else and again says, they're not going to hurt you.
What happened?
As you ask that, out of the trees in front of you, you see again forming 3 more of these weird constructs, which you now must only assume these are the congregation that Willow talked of. That is your only assumption for what these monstrosities must be.
Are we using old initiative?
Yeah, let's just to save on rerolls, constant rerolls. So start of a new round of combat as you enter in. So Sylph, it is your turn.
Okay. To drive the point home, I will also be casting Hunter's Mark on the same person, or the same construct I'm targeting with my longbow, the furthest to the south.
Yep, that hits. And 11, it just goes down. You fire a bolt or an arrow straight at what was its head. And it basically explodes and shatters in sort of, just a flying piece of shrapnel. And the rest of it just crumples to the floor. It is so instinctual and sort of reactionary that only too late do you realize you actually shot through the 2 spirits, but they don't react to it at all. They just remain stuck in that loop that you saw them in earlier.
In a rage, Sylph will move up. Even though he can't do anything, he'll run straight towards the nearest creature, and that's it.
Okay. Do you walk through the...
I would say no. He attempts to go around but still charging towards the creature as quick as he can without interacting with the spirits at all. Sylph shies away and shudders from even the thought of touching one of them.
We lost Rose.
Damn it.
Damn. Did you happen to hear that?
Damn it, Discord.
The very weird noises coming from out back.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How about now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
The first disconnect didn't work then. Yep, you move up next to it. That's fine, sort of avoiding the spirits. Gomi, it is your turn.
I have a couple of questions then about multi-attack. First off, does that mean I have to attack the same target? 2 different targets?
I will just check that 1 second.
I did have a quick glance the other day, but I couldn't find anything on it. But like I say, it was a quick glance, so I probably just missed it.
I will... Where's my monster manual? Probably has something in there about it.
I'll have a quick search through the PDF.
Let's see.
That's just telling me.
'93. Well, Rangers get a ability called multi-attack, so it might just be like that.
If you want to look that up, go ahead. I'm guessing it, because it's technically two separate attacks, it just happens on the same action. It could be against separate targets. I'm willing to allow that.
Okay, and would I have to declare before I do them then? Which one it's going for before I do the attacks?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Gomi's going to go around the ghosts
Yep.
and
You move around them.
do one attack against each, because why the hell not? Sounds like fun.
Okay.
So this is the first attack against the bottom one, misses,
Yep, that misses.
and then the top one
Hits.
and that was the typical the other one, wasn't it? What? 2s4? What the hell?
Try that one again.
There we go. 8 damage.
Okay. It stays up even as... That's your bite attack?
That's claws. My first attack always just uses bite.
As your claws sort of sink into it and just cleave off huge chunks of branches, you're kind of amazed that this creature has still managed to retain structural integrity to actually be upright. And yeah, the other one misses. Silence, it is your turn.
Alright. Well, I will move up to here-ish. Let's see. This one is close to dying, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, both are. I'm gonna go with the eastern one. Right.
So that one, yeah, the one furthest away from you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna toss a javelin.
What if you hit...
Go for it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh.
Gomi, no.
That misses.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as a critical fail. So you do not have the risk of hitting other people.
Oh.
But yeah, that misses and your javelin sort of goes skittering off into the fog.
Easy come, easy go. Right. Well, I'm done.
You still have some movement left, if you want to move up. Like, you only move 20 feet, you can move a whole another 20 feet.
Yeah, alright. 20.
Ella, it is your turn.
So, I can cast poison spray and it won't affect Gomi, or does he have to make an...
No.
It won't affect Gomi.
Oh, alright. Well,
It affects one person within your line of sight. So, yeah, basically you choose the twig monster and it makes a constitution saving throw.
alright. Then I will go here and cast
Yep.
it on this lovely fellow.
Yep.
Let me pull it
So
up.
it will make a constitution saving throw.
Oh.
It makes it, and with poison spray, saving negates all the damage. To be fair, that was an 18, so
Yeah.
that was a very lucky roll on its half.
Yeah.
It is now their turn. And one of them is going to claw at Gomi, and the other will claw at Sylph. So
The one between Gomi and I, would it be flanked? Since
it is not flanked.
they have to be on
I have
opposite
to be
ends.
directly, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
making sure. Thank you.
Okay, both of those are going to miss.
Sweet.
You only have to roll an 11 to hit a black bear as well.
Yeah, no, both of those miss. Sylph, your turn.
Okay.
If you move over one, you can flank him.
Yep, that's the plan. So
Cool.
Sylph will just move over one and attack with his short sword.
Yeah.
Fook.
6 misses.
Doesn't he have advantage from flank now, though?
No, if you remember what we agreed upon was he can take a bonus action to grant advantage
yeah,
to
of
you.
course. Sorry. My bad.
Okay, yeah. So wait.
So he can.
Wait. So could I grant advantage to Gomi then?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
You basically spend your bonus action. Pretty much, you're grabbing this thing underneath the arm so Gomi can get in a few cheap blows.
Okay. So in doing so, I whiff my attack, but hope Gomi will get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
In that case, I'll use my first attack against him, which will be bite, and then claws on the other.
Okay, so the first one is with advantage.
13. Oh wait, no, I get the roll again, didn't I? 11.
13 hits, both of those hits, so
Cool.
roll damage.
Got to go back through the history. Is it 1d6? Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, the bite is 1d6.
3d damage? What the?
That one actually hasn't taken damage yet, so it's still... No, wait, was that the one that...
Yeah, the top one had already taken damage.
That's right. So many numbers. So that one destroys it. Yeah, your bite basically, having sort of left huge chunks out of this one, you basically just reach in with your mouth and grabbing what you think is its spine, essentially. You bring your mouth together, and again, there's that huge wood-like crunch as you basically just bite this thing in half.
Nice. And then claws against the bottom one. 21.
That hits.
8 damage.
8 damage. Again, it takes a lot of damage and looks very woozy, but it stays up. Silence. Your turn.
Right. Can I pass through Atla? No, to the south of the rim.
You have enough movements where, yeah, you can sort of go up and then join in there.
Right.
This sort of area here does become impassable. Like, the thicket and the branches are too thick to see through. It's essentially like a hedge. But in this area, it's sort of loose enough where you can move in without worrying.
Right. Well, bull staff it is.
16 hits. That destroys it. You move in and quite easily just bring your staff round and smack it. The creature basically just folds over and crumples and is defeated.
5 confirmed kills, guys. Today, 5. Right?
Good job, Silence.
The sounds of battle and the clunking of these creatures fades, and again you are left just with that quiet, faint, distant screaming and shouts.
These creatures, they just disintegrate into chips or whatever. Like, they don't have any loot.
No, they don't. They literally become a pile of branches and sticks.
Well, you never knew. They might be carrying acorns or I don't know, seeds or something. Forest seed. I was just making sure that.
Now that you mention it, they're carrying a bow staff of +20 to hit.
How tall are these creatures?
These creatures, they vary. Each one seems to be sort of very haphazardly made, almost if they're made out of driftwood.
Okay.
Or sort of old branches. So some are as short as sort of 4 feet, others are pushing nearly 7 feet.
Okay.
But yeah.
Gomi will continue taking point and move down to here then.
Okay, as you move past, you see in this room another ghost. One second.
Like self-turning to look there.
Yep. And indeed, down here as well, you see another ghost. This one, a child.
Nope. Bye.
A small girl. She is running down the path away from you, her arms wide in panic. There's a brief moment before she just appears running again, like barely half a second, where if you look closely, you can almost see her head start to lift from its neck before it reappears running down the path.
Nasty.
And in this room to the left, you see another person, again a child, a boy, probably 12, 13 years old if you were using human comparisons, and he seems to be swinging a sword wildly in circles around him until it literally, he swings it and it seems to get stuck in something, like stuck midair in something, and next thing you know, he shakes and convulses as if he's being stabbed with something, and then again he just reappears swinging the sword, trying desperately to fend off whatever these unseen attackers were.
With it being kind of obvious that Sylph has been here before, Gomi looks back at Sylph, growls, and sort of shrugs her shoulders again. Since I can't speak, it's probably the best I could give you.
Sylph looks at Ella and says, "You would have liked her," pointing at the child down the trail that was repeatedly running down the trail. She wanted to be like you. She wanted to be a wizard.
Oh, God.
They're not at peace. We must put them at peace. Belro, here, he points into the place west of him. He wanted to be a fighter, a warrior. He wanted to learn to fight. They all wanted so much.
Gomi looks back again, growls again, and points her head down this way, and then just looks at Sylph.
Sylph just continues to the east here.
Cool, so Gomi does as well.
Gomi, as you reach there, with almost an eerie sort of predictancy, and you can almost hear it now, sort of like a dry crackling, you see creatures again emerge from trees around you. More of them this time.
I assumed as much. That's why I stopped there.
Oh.
Holy moly.
Sylph, you're up.
Alright. I'll move back here in front of Ella and go for my short sword. Against
19 hits, and I think, is that a crit with a short sword?
Is it?
I can't remember if they still have 19 to 20 for crit in 5th.
I think... Yeah, there is, but it's like a fighter ability. I've never seen it written on the swords. You can use them...
Yeah, no, they're finesse and light.
Yeah.
That's right. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay.
Oh wait,
Fair
so
enough.
it's a finesse weapon, so I can use my choice of strength or dexterity modifier for the attack.
The attack and damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's see. My dexterity bonus is +4.
Yeah, I think that's what it's rolling with, because it says +4 here.
If you hover on...
But that's with his proficiency.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So,
yeah, you can, if you click on the settings for the attack, you can change it to use your dex modifier instead.
Okay.
yeah, so that would be 8 points of damage instead of 6.
Okay, attack, dex. There we go.
Okay.
So
So,
let me just click it and test it again.
yeah, go for it.
So if I hover over the numbers, it's using my Dex
Yeah.
modifier. Cool.
I'll take the first or damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though you crit on the other one.
Again, as you're sort of expecting now, these aren't really the toughest creatures around. It doesn't go down, but it takes it doesn't look that steady on its feet either. The only way you can sort of describe these things are puppets. The way they move, the way they act, it looks if there is literally something pulling strings, even though there are no strings on them.
There are no strings on me.
Yes, Ultron has escaped to the mortal realm. Gomi, it is your turn.
Gomi will run back to here to protect Ella and shall use both attacks on this guy.
Yep.
11.
Hits.
Okay. 4 damage.
It takes the hit, but remains standing.
12 is another hit.
Yep.
8 damage.
You absolutely wreck it. Basically, rearing up, using your newfound sort of size and weight, you bring both claws sort of down and force it to the ground, where your jaws make short work of decapitating its head.
Nice.
Yep, that one's dead now. Silence, your turn.
Right, I will bound up to here. Smashy, smashy.
Missy, missy.
Or
Yes, 10 misses.
alright. I shall martial art it.
Touch it.
21 hits.
The little 3.
3 points of bludgeoning damage. It takes the hit, but remains standing. Ella, your turn.
Well, I guess I'll take a few steps this way and try to poison spray it.
Let me just roll Constitution. Yep, it takes the full 10 points of damage.
Yeah.
It is barely holding on. It now looks as if a light breeze could push it over.
I have a spell for that.
It is their turn. This one will move up to attack Ella. That one will attack Sylph. That one's going to attack Silence. 30, so 1, 2. Yep, this one will also move up to attack Silence. As will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 1, 2, 5 d20.
Bring it.
Here's your chance, Silence.
Okay, going from left to right. Miss, hit. Silence, you take 7 points of damage. Is my mic gone again?
No, you're still
okay.
I'm just trying to count in my head. That was embarrassing. Alright.
Sylph, it is your turn again.
Okay. Sylph will make his attack with the short sword.
Yep.
Hit.
14 hits. Sorry, I was waiting for it to pop up on my screen then.
Yeah.
And 9, yeah, that kills it.
Okay.
It was barely hanging on as it was. You instantly destroy it.
Okay. Then I will. Sylph will use his full 35 foot of movement and present a very attractive...
You can't move through You can't move through that area. You could move up to there or up to... Yeah, that's probably the better direction to go.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, then in that case, Sylph will try to present a much more attractive target right down here. And that's it.
Yep, okay. Gomi, it is your turn.
I was going to try and flank that guy for silence, but now I can't, 'cause Sylph's in the way. Oh well.
Fuck.
Because I'd have to move through his space to do it, because that'd be my full 40 movement as a bear.
Well,
So I'd have to go
Oh, that's right, you have 40 movement.
Yeah.
You could, I will say, due to sort of the nature of the terrain surrounding Sylph, you could push him out the way as you move past him.
Would that fuck up Sylph, though?
No, that wouldn't fuck him up.
Okay, I'll move to there then. And I'll multi-attack the top and bottom one.
Yep.
And then do the bonus action to give advantage silence.
Yep, you can do that. So top one, which is the bite.
Miss. Bottom one, hit. 4 damage. Wow.
Okay. It's still up.
Then I guess I'll bite the one in front of me's ankle so that silence can have at him.
Basically, yeah. Okay, Silence, it is your turn.
Yes. I will the middle one.
Yep.
The ball staff. For the love of...
It still hits. I gave
Still
you
hits, you have advantage.
Oh yeah, I have
On the
advantage.
flanking roll damage.
Alright.
8. Okay. It takes a monumental blow, but... Actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3... That's the 4th, so... Yep, that actually kills that one. Because that was the one you damaged before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you managed to kill that one with some aid from Gomi.
Yeah. Right. For my bonus action, I'll take the top one.
Yep.
The martial arts.
7 misses. Ella, it is your turn.
I'm gonna whack it with my quarterstaff. Oh,
That hits. And
Nice.
it was on 1 hit point, so that destroys it.
just for fun.
Yep. Basically, you sweep the legs out from underneath it and just smash its head repeatedly until it's just sticks and twigs across the floor.
Ella's a little tweaked out.
Yep. Their turn again. That middle one's dead. I need to actually mark that. Apologies. The top one will attack Silence, and the bottom one will attack Sylph.
Bring it.
No fear.
Silence. A 16 hits you.
Yeah, against the 12. Yeah.
Yep. And Sylph, an 11 misses you.
Correct.
Okay, so that is 2d4. Silence, you take another 7 points of damage.
Good night, everybody. I am super dead.
What?
Its claws sink into you, and you drop to the floor.
Yes, sir. Thank
Sylph,
What?
Sylph, it's your go. You've just seen one of these creatures which have taken down yet another one of your friends.
Sylph cries out, "God damn it, not another one! God damn it!" And attempts to essentially rush forward to attack the one that just killed his companion.
Yep. That doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity because you remain in the threatened area, and that's a hit. Roll damage. And with the... Yep, it stays standing, but definitely doesn't look as if it could take another one of those blows. Gomi, it is your turn.
Right, top and bottom for first and second attack.
Yep.
Whoa, crit.
That destroys it, just straight up. I can tell you right now. Sort of roaring that almost matches the cry from Sylph. You reach around and just grabbing hold of this thing, you essentially shake it to bits.
It's bloody typical that the first time I get a crit where I actually get to roll 3 dice rather than 2 because of half-orc, he's going to die anyway.
You can still roll the dice if you like.
It's a waste. I'll just go on to the next guy.
So yeah, next attack.
Oh, another 4, look at that.
4, that was that one. It is still standing, but barely.
And I might as well use my bonus action. Right, for the bonus action for advantage, do we actually have to be crossed in order to do the bonus action?
You have to be crossed. You have to be actually behind it. However, you haven't moved, so you can easily shift down.
That's very true, yeah. I'll do that then, and then grab it.
Okay. So yeah, Sylph will have advantage. Silence. Make a death saving throw.
Also, I like how your tokens are overlapped. It says to Sylphie.
I need to check that.
I think it's he has to tick 2 failures.
I don't know if it's meant to be.
Just let me go, guys. I'm tired of this.
He was the clumsiest martial arts expert I ever knew.
You did have a really cool voice, though.
Yeah.
Yep, it counts as 2 failures. Add 2 crosses to your death saving throws. Yep. 1 more, and... yeah.
You really need to kill this guy, Sylph.
Ella, it is your turn. You sort of turn around from having disposed of this one, and you see Sylph, tears almost flowing down his face, standing over the body of Silence.
Oh my god. How far can I get? 35?
25.
25?
25.
Oh.
You're tiny.
Yeah, I know. Alright. I'm not close enough to do anything, really.
Nothing?
I mean, I can cast Mage Hand and try to grab it.
That's something.
Alright. What did we roll for that?
That was a 1d20 plus your spell attack bonus, which was +6. I think it may have gone up with your level. I do not have that in front of me.
That's a good point, actually. Might have done.
Oh, I didn't even... Where would I find that?
Just be in your class section.
Mage Hand.
I don't see it.
Mage Hand 5e.
It's just your proficiency bonus plus your intelligence modifier, so it hasn't gone up yet.
Okay. 4 or 5. Okay, so it is 6.
Yeah, it is 6, so just 1d20 plus 6.
Oh, great. I smack it in the face.
Yeah, basically your hand tries to grab hold of it, but it just basically comes away with a bundle of sticks, which were part of it. Doesn't kill it, or really sort of nuisance it, but sort of...
Fucking fat.
Yeah. And it is its turn, and it is going to attack Sylph.
Do it.
and it misses.
Yep.
And this is now Sylph's turn.
I won't let this happen again. I can't.
If you kill it, I can heal Vince before he gets back round to his turn.
Yeah. And... Well, actually... Could I just... I'm just gonna... Can I just cure wounds on him?
He would get an attack on you.
Yeah, he would get an attack of opportunity. You could disengage, so move back 5 feet and then do it. And basically...
Just kill the guy.
No. Sylph wouldn't. Sylph would do anything he can to save someone else.
Okay. Does a 14 hit?
Yeah. No, actually.
What's your armor class?
15.
Jesus.
Damn.
Dexterity.
So yeah, holding up your short sword and sort of fending off this creature's claws, with one hand you reach down and basically deliver this natural healing magic to Vince. Vince, you regain 9 hit points and sort of come... Silence, you regain 9 hit points and sort of regain consciousness sort of suddenly down on the floor. The last thing you remember was cutting, almost burning pain as your chest was shredded. Gomi, it is your turn.
Time to dual attack this guy.
Yep.
14.
14 hits.
Trying to find the 1d6, and there it is. 4.
You destroy it.
Nice. I'm going to take particular care with ripping this one apart.
Yep, that is fair enough. And yes, as they remain defeated and destroyed, I'm just going to move them out the way to clear up the path a bit.
How much HP do you have left to heal, Vince?
3 left.
Alright, what I'll do then is Gomi will switch back to her normal form
Yep.
and cast Goodberry, give 3 to Vince, then give
Didn't you
3
pocket
to... You are... Huh?
4? Didn't you pocket 4 when we were back on the boat?
Yeah, it only lasts 24 hours though.
Oh.
It would not have been 24 hours yet.
Ah, okay then. Well, in that case, I'll give the rest of them to Vince. And
It is still technically the afternoon of the day after that happened. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just do
They
that
are
then.
still good for a few more hours.
Well, I'd have to transform back anyway because of the way animal shape works.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I'll transform back into that, which uses my last wild shape until a short rest, but it should be okay.
That's okay.
I mean, we could take a short break.
We could take a short break right now. I've just been resurrected from the dead.
This is coming from sort of Silence, who is still sort of bearing giant slashes in his clothes from these creatures.
That's true. Well, if you want to take a short rest, Gomi would just stand on alert kind of thing.
Yeah, I need to find my keys and stuff.
Okay.
Stop.
I'm actually just going to call a real life short break here because I need the bathroom.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
We need to take the dogs out. So.
Yeah, so just calling a short break here while we have an in-character short break, and we will be back.
Alright, give us a shout when you're back, so I'll leave my headphones on.
No worries.
Boy.
I remove my death save ticks, right? Yeah.
Yeah, after a short rest, you get your death saves back.
Yep.